So obviously I know you weren't here last year for Michigan State, but when you kind of watch the film from last year's game, what do you kind of see to possibly do differently this time around, considering didn't have great success on the ground last year?
They're tough up front, and their front seven is probably one of the best in the country, and so we have to find ways to manipulate that and get the ball out in the perimeter, of course, and let our athletes work. But we're trying to find little wrinkles here and there to be successful in the run game.
Right, and there was a talk all offseason about getting your running backs more involved in the passing game. That seems like it's worked to some degree so far this season. What have you kind of seen and liked just from getting your running backs involved?
I thought they did a good job catching the football. We had a drop last week, but that was just one. We know that teams are going to stack the box because of our inexperienced at quarterback. So we need to make sure that we're on the perimeter catching the ball because I like our athletic ability. But I think we're going to continue to do that and get our running backs the ball in space.
Right, and obviously I know reflecting on AJ drops the ball and then there's the fumble in the end zone. What did you kind of see on those two plays?
Just we need to concentrate right before we catch the ball, and then the thing I liked about AJ was he covered up, and just so happens he fumbles the ball, and that happens. It wasn't for effort because he's trying to get in the end zone, and so there's nothing that we can't harp on that. We just need to make sure that we have ball security, and we'll work on that in practice, but we can't just dwell on that.
Right, and I saw you just before practice today kind of talking to him when he was stretching out a little bit. What were you just kind of...
Just giving him confidence that I have his back, and that, at every level, everybody fumbles. Just make sure it doesn't happen again, and we can work on all of those fundamentals during practice.
And how did you think just the backups are playing, like AJ, Isaiah, too, just in their limited capacity this far?
They're coming in and giving the spots here and there, and when he needs to, but needs to take the bulk of the carries, and that's been happening, and so hopefully that can increase with the backups, but as of right now, we're playing it the way we are.
Right, and in the first two games, obviously, the ground game hasn't been great just in terms of statistically so far, so what have you kind of seen to maybe try and exploit as you go further along?
We knew that was going to happen because we knew, our inexperience at quarterback, and we knew they're going to stack the box. So we're facing boxes that there's more people than that we have blocking, and so we knew that was going to happen, and so we just got to make sure that we work the perimeter a little bit more, and I think Coach Likens is doing a good job, but that is something that I think that we need to improve on.
And as you kind of go on the first road games this week, does that kind of change your approach at all, or just mindset-wise, what do you kind of tell your
I think we got to be focused. Anytime you go on the road game, there's always distractions, and so we just got to get focused and making sure that we're all in the game plan on all three facets of the game, but I think we'll be fine.
And when you when you're looking at Michigan State's defensive front, obviously like you said, one of the top fronts in the country, how do you try and approach ways to kind of get around that?
Try to find weaknesses and then use our strengths and different schemes that can take advantage of their weaknesses and try to get the ball, because we're going to have to run the ball some in order to be successful, but that's a game plan that Coach Likens and the coaching staff has done pretty well, and I think I'm very confident in what he's come up with.